this financial siege, incalculable efforts are being made by our government to guarantee the basic family food basket. More often than not, Cuban entrepreneurs are denied the use of electronic payment and commerce platforms. Our nationals, based in different latitudes, are not allowed to open personal bank accounts for the sole reason of being Cuban. Financial persecution has been further stepped up with the arbitrary and fraudulent inclusion of our country in the unilateral list of countries that allegedly sponsor terrorism issued by the State Department. This exponentially increases the so-called country risk and forces us to pay twice the normal price for commodities in the international market. Such action against a country that has been a victim of terrorism is inadmissible. This country today is still suffering because of the incitement to violence and the commission of terrorist acts from US territory. And yet, our conduct has been impeccable, and we have been recognized as having firmly rejected and persecuted any form or manifestation of terrorism. This was a lethal measure imposed by the former Republican administration only 9 days before leaving the White House. The current US president could amend that with just a signature. That would only be morally and legally right. Mr. President, the extraterritorial impact of the blockade is also harmful to the sovereignty of the countries that you represent. It violates your national laws, subjects your countries to United States courts' decisions under Title III of the Helms-Burton Act. It imposes sanctions on your business people and prevents access to US ports by third country vessels that have touched down in Cuban ports. It also prevents subsidiaries of US companies in third countries from trading with Cuba. It prohibits exports to Cuba of products manufactured by any country if they have 10% or more of US components. And it excludes products manufactured in third countries if they contain Cuban raw materials. Who could affirm truthfully that the United States is one of Cuba's trading partners? We do not blame the blockade for all of the difficulties that our country is facing today. But those who deny its very serious impacts, or who fail to recognize that it is the main cause of the deprivation, scarcities, and hardship suffered by Cuban families, would be failing to tell the truth.